see if I can get this bad boy hooked up. Hey, hey, hey. One down. Got it. That one. Not yet. Let's see if we can pick up the foot. Drop down, switch tension, blah, blah. Not easy to do by yourself. One hand. See if that caught. Hey, hey. Up. You get that little tab out, just like the other side, and we know we're good. We'll do a little playing with it. My brand new tractor. Oh, come on, girl. Clean. Got it. Let's see. That hose needs to go over the top. Way too low. Yeah. We gotta hook up the PTO. We don't want to drag it on the ground. Alright, I got my disc mower hooked up on the 3-point. Pick it up a little bit. Once you're hooked up, hydraulic lifts it. Leave it down like that. I'm gonna run it over. Shop. Check it over, get ready to rumble. I use this for mowing roadsides and a little bit of hay ground I have. Works pretty slick. Woo! My auto steer. My steer command. Rag leader auto steer. Pretty slick. With the on track 3. Works pretty well once I figured out the offset for the disc mower. It's pretty cool. This bad boy is like 11 feet wide cutting width, which, if I remember right, the book says it requires a 70 horsepower tractor, but it's heavy. It's way out here on the 3-point. So I use a much more than 70 horsepower tractor, and it seems to be a really, really nice fit. Now to flip up the curtain, I gotta go through and check my knives and see how bad they look. That one's a little dinged up. We'll check these out and see what I need to replace, how excited I get to replace them. Need to check the oil in the gearboxes and the drives, and gearbox oil, check that one there, that one there, that's the breather, the oil check is below that. Anyway, gotta check that out, grease the drive line, check the tension in the belt, make sure it's all good. Something to check on all these, make sure all of the knives are loose and free to rotate. That way if you hit an obstruction like a rock, they knock back pretty easy. These aren't in too bad a shape. Most of them are actually pretty sharp. I'm trying to decide if I even want to flip them. I might mow some first and come back later and reassess. We'll show you how this all runs here. Once we get her up and rolling, still got to grease the PTO shaft. That won't take much. Check the gearboxes. The top one, I believe the book said 1 to 2 inches down below the plug. The lower gearbox over here, I believe they said 1/2 inch below the check plug. So we'll see if I can get this out. Not any major incidents. Maybe I should film what I'm doing and not the floor. Smells like gear oil. According to the book, you take a wire and you bend it like this. Put it in there, swing it around. Well, that's got more than enough in it. Appears to be clean. Focus. It doesn't want to focus. That's all right. Doesn't smell bad. The sniff test is actually a pretty legitimate test. Other thing you can do is you can wipe that on your finger and make sure that there aren't any metal filings inside there. That would indicate you got a major problem. Better grab a rag. One thing you should always check more regularly even than checking these is to make sure that your vents nice and free. They should be a little loose on there and rotate freely, and both of these do. Well, this is what we were after. Got her out buzzing along, blowing a little bit of hay. Always fun. Flipping along almost 10 miles an hour. Wish I had a GoPro to get some better video down there. Have auto steer, but it doesn't work real well at 9.3 miles an hour, 9.5. It gets a little wiggly, and this field's only about 5 acres, so I'm just gonna do it on manual. Really cool features of a disc mower is if you didn't get these corners cut right with the sickle mower, you were gonna plug it up doing what I'm doing right now. Cutting right through the old part. This just cuts right through it. This is why everybody switched. It's fantastic. And it's fast. Just in case anyone wondered, It always comes off a lot quicker than it seems to go on. It's always easier to unhook it than it is to hook it. Just how it goes, I guess.